That stream back there today is the Letcombe Brook, which joins Letcombe Bassett, Letcombe Regis, and then up to Wantage, and a little bit further than that. In 1,100 years ago, it was known as the Wantage, which is also the old name for Wantage. This is the Ridgeway, and it goes along the top of the North Berkshire Downs, and also goes to the Chilterns, also goes back the other way through Wiltshire. And it's an ancient roadway, but what's crucial, there's a couple of things to understand about it. One is that it's only one of many ridgeways. Britain is crisscrossed with ridgeway. And two, it's important to understand what a ridgeway is. A ridgeway is a road that avoids you getting your feet wet. So it is a road that runs along the top of hills, long ridges that are above the springs that are the source of rivers. And it was really important to people who couldn't easily waterproof things. Plus there's the factor of mud crossing fords. It was, even though none of these roads went straight, the Ridgeway goes in one massive arc, it still is the safest, most comfortable way to go from A to B. So it's not the Ridgeway. To us in the 21st century, it might be the Ridgeway, but in the medieval period, the Roman, the prehistoric, it was just one of many. They were the motorways of their time, the A roads. Straight they were not. The Roman invention of the straight road would have been impractical to them, but to the Roman military machine would have been very practical. The part of the Ridgeway I'm on is above Letcombe Regis, in the parish of Letcombe Regis, and Letcombe means Heleda Cuma, which means the combe of the ledge, or bench, is something like that. It would have been it's not absolutely certain it is Heleda. There's only one ancient source that has the H on it, but it's probably the most prestigious of the experts think it is. But anyway, yes, but we've come here to inspect we have a as you might have guessed, some prehistoric monuments to have a look at. That's quite an impressive earthwork. You've got the ramparts on this side, the ditch, the counterscarp, and there's a hint of maybe more in the grass over there. Anyway, this is Segsbury Camp. There's 4 names I know for this place. There's Segsbury, there's Sackborough, there's, oh Christ, there was an Warborough, and something else which I forget. Anyway, let's call it 3 for the time being and then go through them. Segsbury, oh, Letcombe Castle. Now, 1,000 yards that direction, there's a farm called Warborough. And you don't get names like that for no reason at all. It's up on the hill, so it's not a later moated medieval settlement house. It is probably one of the names, the Old English names. Well, the name comes from 1500s, I believe, something like that. But the war part, we know what borough means. Borough means bury, as in fortified settlement, where our modern name borough comes from. But this is the fortified settlement it's talking about. This is on this land. The war part, very often I would translate that in Old English as weir, but we're nowhere near a river, not really. War can mean what war meant down on Aldborough. You know, I've been talking about Aldborough ad nauseum the last month or so, and war means probably, but I'm not the only one who thinks this, weird, which means to ward off somebody, to guard, which means that one of the names of this place is the Warding Borough. So Segsbury is obviously similar to Sackborough. Sackborough comes from the 1700s. That was recorded some bloke's diary. So this may, if you sort of blend the two together, Segsbury and Sackborough, you might come up with something like Sedgebury in Old English. Now, I spent ages looking for, not only do you have to put 1,000 years of sound change when you're trying to interpret these names, which is a pain in the ass. I don't have the skills for it, I'm not an academic, but I gave it a good go. And that sedge bit, or sack, could be sock. It could be, as in something you put your feet into, as in something that is like pocket shaped. It could be suck. Very often you do get place names where you get suck as in muddy. But we also have sedge, which is another word for Old English name for man. So some nice colourful sort of compound words like air and sedge. The thorn is your friend. Yes, air and sedge, which means errand man, or as we might call it, a messenger. So this might be the man's fortified settlement, who knows. But these are Old English names, so they're the names of the Anglo-Saxon invader, what they gave there must have been some input from the people who lived there before the Old English, but these are names that they might just be made up, but because these are Iron Age hill forts.